The magic and mystique surrounding Ryan Reynolds at Wrexham AFC used to be the stuff of fairy tales. A Hollywood star breathing life into a centuries-old Welsh football club, charming supporters along the way, and sprinkling just enough stardust to make outsiders curious. But now, the rumor mill is churning with talk that Ryan is on the outs at Wrexham. Right when his wife, Blake Lively, is caught in a blistering legal storm with Justin Baldoni over what really happened on the set of It Ends With Us. It's a situation so tangled, it's dragging everyone in, from newspapers to fans to, allegedly, Taylor Swift. So, how did Hollywood's golden couple reach the point where a historic football club, lawsuits over scandalous text messages, and one of the world's biggest pop stars all collide in one giant controversy? Let's uncover how this simmering feud got started, and why it's threatening to topple everything Ryan, Blake, and even Taylor have built. When Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney first announced they were taking over Wrexham AFC, football fans around the globe were stunned. Who could have guessed that two comedic actors from North America would be so invested in a lower-tier Welsh side? Yet Ryan quickly won hearts. He wasn't just a distant figure handing over checks. He was at the matches, learning about the town, and interacting with supporters on social media. For a while, it felt like everyone was on the same team. Then came whispers that Ryan's involvement was suddenly in jeopardy. People started pointing fingers at the timing, the swirl of controversy around Blake Lively's statements, the pile of lawsuits, and the unexpected possibility that Ryan had another major MLS project in the works. Some fans quietly wondered if the club's shareholders, or even higher-ups, wanted distance from negative publicity. Others suspected Ryan himself might be pulling back due to the entire ordeal overshadowing his efforts. The shock ran deep. To Wrexham's loyal supporters, Ryan had been a modern-day savior. But as the rumor picked up steam, the question on everyone's mind was, could the escalating legal drama connected to Blake really force Ryan to make an exit no one saw coming? Long before Ryan's name got dragged into the rumor mill, Blake Lively was busy filming the adaptation of Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us. Justin Baldoni, known for his role in Jane the Virgin and his directorial ventures, was both director and leading man in the project. By all accounts, Blake and Justin seemed to have a friendly, collaborative working relationship at first, until explosive accusations popped up in the New York Times. Blake claimed she was harassed and mistreated on set, with the published article taking her side in no uncertain terms. Baldoni struck back immediately, in a lawsuit naming not only the New York Times, but also referencing a potential conspiracy with Blake's PR team. Justin insisted that the story was wildly distorted. According to him, the Times released the article 2 hours early to ambush him and shape the public's perception before he could respond. The situation escalated at warp speed. Word got out that Justin was also suing Blake and Ryan directly, alleging that they orchestrated false narratives behind the scenes. Suddenly, everything from leaked text messages to questionable anecdotes started surfacing online, painting a messy web of he said, she said, and it was about to get even messier. The core of Justin Baldoni's counterattack is simple. He says the entire scandal was built on manipulated text messages and carefully clipped video. Blake's team showcased alleged messages that made Justin and his crew look like they were colluding to destroy her reputation, but Justin's lawsuit claims those were cherry-picked and edited. One bombshell revelation? Emojis that changed the tone of the conversation were reportedly removed. What might have been a sarcastic or joking remark in a group chat ended up looking like a venomous threat once the emoji context disappeared. Even more startling is the fact that Justin unearthed raw footage from the set. Footage Blake had pointed to as proof of wrongdoing, and it told a completely different story. In these videos, Justin is seen interacting with Blake in a professional manner, but because the scenes were filmed with silent portions later dubbed with audio, it was easy to twist what was truly happening. The real recording indicated both were in character, running lines, and refining the scene's romantic tension. Yet in the published article, Blake's description painted the moment as if Justin had crossed serious boundaries. Rumors suggest that once all these unedited clips come to light in court, Blake's allegations may fall apart. But the damage to Justin's reputation, to the film's success, and to multiple Hollywood careers might already be done. If Blake's claims seemed shocking on their own, nobody expected Ryan Reynolds to feature so heavily in the backstory. Yet, according to insiders on set, Blake frequently consulted Ryan for script changes, even rewriting entire scenes after showing them to him. That kind of creative control is virtually unheard of for a lead actress, unless she also happens to be a producer or director. Justin Baldoni initially took it in stride, apparently wanting to be open to his star's creative ideas. After all, many directors encourage collaboration. But as Blake's rewrites piled up, tension built. Certain crew members began to question if lines between personal and professional were being blurred, especially because Ryan isn't an officially credited writer on the project. Still, the real shocker was how deeply involved Ryan allegedly became. Cast members whispered that Ryan's suggestions could override even Justin's directorial instincts. If Justin resisted, he risked backlash from both Blake and Ryan. Some say Blake flattered Justin so she could get her way more easily, while others believe she sincerely wanted to elevate the script. But now that lawsuits are flying, it's looking more like a calculated power move rather than a simple desire to collaborate. Blake's track record in Hollywood has often been squeaky clean, but one misstep that fans and insiders can't seem to ignore is her fondness for name-dropping Taylor Swift. In the thick of the It Ends With Us drama, Blake allegedly boasted to colleagues that Taylor is one of my dragons, implying that if anyone crossed her, they'd be dealing with one of the most influential superstars on the planet. This wouldn't be such a big deal if Taylor had knowingly taken that stance. But sources close to Swift claim she was blindsided by how much Blake weaponized their friendship. The rumor is that Taylor only realized she'd been used as a bargaining chip after noticing that she was conveniently invited over to Blake's place when Justin Baldoni happened to be on his way out. Instead of a friendly run-in, it felt more like a setup for Blake to flaunt her star power. Things might have cooled down for good after that. Eagle-eyed fans noticed that Blake didn't appear at certain events Taylor has historically invited her to. While it's possible Blake declined the invites to avoid overshadowing Taylor's news cycle, many believe Taylor simply never extended them in the first place. In the background, the swirl of rumors that Blake used Taylor's name in ways that weren't entirely honest has only driven a wedge deeper between them. While Blake was busy jousting with Justin, Ryan was supposedly juggling a different high-stakes move: investing in the MLS. After his enormous success rallying Wrexham from the lower rungs of the English football system, rumor has it that Ryan wants to buy into the Vancouver Whitecaps, his hometown club. With North America hosting the 2026 World Cup, the MLS is a rapidly growing league that could offer lucrative returns. For Wrexham supporters, the news felt like a gut punch. They adore Ryan and Rob McElhenney for the energy and funds they've poured into the Welsh club. With Wrexham aiming for yet another promotion, fans worry that Ryan's attention and wallet might be split if he diverts focus to the Vancouver Whitecaps. Some question whether a Hollywood star, no matter how passionate, can truly manage multiple clubs without neglecting one. On the flip side, Whitecaps fans aren't universally thrilled either. A segment of supporters fears that Ryan's involvement might be more about publicity than genuine commitment to building a championship-caliber MLS team. Whether those concerns are fair or not, the drama swirling around Ryan's personal life only magnifies these uncertainties. It's one thing to be welcomed as a savior at Wrexham. It's quite another to pivot to a second club when your name is embroiled in lawsuits involving your spouse's co-star. Right as the Ryan to Vancouver rumors began to heat up, new scheduling conflicts involving Wrexham provided fresh ammunition for critics. The club found itself needing to reschedule a match due to FA Cup commitments, but the last-minute date change angered opposing fans, who felt it unfairly favored Wrexham. Suddenly, message boards lit up with accusations that Ryan and Rob used Hollywood clout to bend the fixture list to their advantage. League officials clarified that the scheduling was primarily driven by fixture congestion and cup obligations, nothing to do with special treatment. Yet the perception among some fans was already set. Where Ryan Reynolds goes, controversy follows. It didn't help that the swirling legal storm involving Blake gave these frustrated supporters another reason to blame Ryan. All of this has put Ryan in a precarious spot. He's grown the Wrexham brand, opened doors for media deals, and genuinely endeared himself to the fan base. But supporters are starting to question if the dark cloud hovering over Blake's lawsuit might eventually rain on them too. If sponsors or higher-level stakeholders worry about negative PR, would that push Ryan to step aside quietly? When Blake Lively first made her accusations about Justin Baldoni, few predicted how far-reaching the consequences would be. Now, one of Hollywood's most popular couples is facing legal scrutiny that could rope in none other than Taylor Swift. And in the midst of it all, Ryan Reynolds may be stepping back, or getting nudged out, of the very football club that once saw him as its charismatic champion. Every new twist leaves us with more questions. Will Justin Baldoni's lawsuit succeed in proving Blake tampered with evidence? Will Ryan's alleged MLS ambition erode his carefully nurtured legacy at Wrexham? And if Taylor is called to testify or produce emails, will she confirm or deny that Blake used her name as leverage? This entire drama has the makings of a Hollywood blockbuster. Minus the glamorous red carpet endings, we're left with a lot of big players and an uncertain finale. An actress whose pristine reputation is on the line, a director out to save his own name, a global superstar who wants no part of it, and a beloved actor torn between a storied Welsh club and a hometown dream. Where this goes next is anyone's guess. But one thing's for sure, this is more than just a personal tiff between Blake and Justin. It's become a multifaceted scandal poised to reshape fan allegiances, crush or elevate career trajectories, and possibly drive a wedge between some of the closest friendships in entertainment. What do you think about this tangled web? Are we witnessing the fall of a power couple, or will they find a way to spin this chaos into yet another blockbuster success story? Let us know your thoughts, and while you're here, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and check out our other deep dives into Hollywood's most shocking scandals. Remember, in Tinseltown, you never really know who's pulling the strings until the receipts come spilling out.